Right.
Okay,
We are recording.
Mr. Host.
Alright. Hello and welcome back to the Fluff Podcast. And I finally have given myself a name. It's just Mystery Man. we kind of created that and it's kind of stuck, so we're just gonna go with that.
Oh yeah, Mystery Man.
Alright, so yeah, Mystery Man.
Floof.
Bert.
And we are here tonight, back in the same spot we usually are.
You want to tell them about the new thing that we're going down about the whole host thing? Or?
Oh yeah, so every week we're gonna be swapping the three of us for host, and apparently it's me tonight.
Yep.
And
You get to choose the next host, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode,
we're choosing the
From
next
the quality
host.
of
Yep.
For the quality of the stories.
Yeah.
quality
Kind
story.
of mix things
But
up,
it's like-
keep you guys entertained. You know?
But first, before we start with this next topic, we have something to add to the whole paranormal activity thing we had the other day, because Flu here has a little story he wants to tell us. So before we move on to the next topic, please tell us.
Before we move on to our regular scheduled programming, we have a little short interruption.
Yes, that's better.
So please hold. I'll get our representative.
Our representative is
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, I got my paranormal update. This was it was earlier last month, so December. It was towards the end of December.
Yes,
That was
wasn't it
last
the
year.
end? Wasn't it like near the
It was
end?
near the end of the December. It was in the 20s.
Oh my god, bro, this is so old.
But
Was it you?
yeah, we haven't really been doing podcasts recently. I was like, oh, you've just been doing stuff.
Sorry, we got busy.
But yeah, so I was at work. I worked not one of my other jobs, and I was looking in the mirror because why not? I like looking at myself in the mirror, and my reflection, it was different. Like, it was the same, but not, and it was delayed. Like, bro, because I cleaned the mirror. I was cleaning the mirror, and it was like off.
Like there was lag.
Like, yeah, it was like it was like
this
the
is
light.
experiencing in-life lag with a mirror.
In the mirror.
It's a slight delay. It was a delay.
Is it your hands here, your hand here?
It was like I wipe and then that proceeds to wipe.
But very
So it's
Yeah,
like this.
like-
It's like
okay, yeah, that is
Yeah.
really
It was a
true.
slight delay, and for a split second, my face was different.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, what spirit did you anger with the Ouija
I
board
don't know.
this
I still have it in
time?
my backpack. I haven't removed it yet. It's still in my backpack.
That thing's probably tied to the board and it's following you around everywhere.
I had the chance to remove it, but I just never removed it.
I was like, here's my solution. You freaking burn it.
I think for a podcast episode, I think we should just do it.
No. No.
Play the Ouija board.
If you do that, it's gonna be you two. I'm out.
I'm fine with that. We'll do another podcast episode.
I'm
So,
not
yeah.
risking a demon following me home.
Okay, so yeah, that's my end of
Anyway.
my little paranormal update. You guys got any paranormal updates or no?
No.
No, actually, no.
Okay.
And now
Alright.
back to our regular script programming.
Now I see why you need speech therapy.
Okay.
Oh no!
Now.
Now,
Okay.
to today's topic, which is work stories. Some fun times or very, very bad times we've had at work. So,
Or interesting times.
yeah,
I
that's
have an
what
interesting one.
So, yeah, and like you're starting us off because I've introduced the topic. So,
So I'm gonna start off with I think my oldest one, which would be actually when I was at my first job, which is in fact right in this very spot we are recording this. So I don't know. I'm working the drive-through, right? Lady comes through. She's like super weird. I want a large mocha frappuccino. So I decided to give her a little bit of karma. I give her a medium.
I was like, why? I mean, was she really that bad?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I said, hello, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you today? I want a large mocha frappuccino. And
I was like,
she gets up to the
okay,
window.
shit.
I give her a total. She practically throws her card at me. I stick it in the machine, give it back to her. Have a nice day. She sits at the next window, tears off before I can even finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
I
said.
was like rude ass.
So it's like, so you got a Karen, fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bert got a Karen.
Oh my God! Speaking of freaking Karens,
Oh, are we go?
Am I-
Yeah, Karen or just Karen?
no,
Like,
this movie. Should I tell that story?
oh, is it the one at the fair?
No,
Damn it.
no. First of all, that's not a work story. But what? This
Funny
Karen,
story, though.
this Karen was a work story. So we were just working. Wait, were you there that day? I
don't
think
know.
you were.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
continue,
you were there
continue,
that day. Anyway, yeah. So we were working normally, and all of a sudden, when I'm working in one of the rooms, I look
They can
back
probably-
and I see
They can probably hear that.
our
My bad.
one of our fellow head housekeepers talking to one of the guests, and the guest is just freaking rude. She's awful. And not only that, it wasn't just one. It was an army of like 5 Karens
An
all
army.
together in one room. It was awful. But, and then, so I didn't know what was freaking going. I'm cool. I'm glad we fucking Russia.
What's the missiles?
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we were.
You knew exactly where I was going with that
Okay,
one.
so anyway, we were freaking. So after we were done cleaning, Okay, actually, no, let me back up a minute. So we just decided to ignore it because we didn't know what was going on, and at the moment, because we were busy cleaning rooms, we didn't really have the time to care. So it
No,
only
he didn't have the proper
it only
equipment.
came apparent to us when we went back downstairs to the storage room where we keep all of the stuff we use. So in there, we were talking. The front desk was like in the midst of a mental freaking breakdown because of these Karens. And I was like, what the frick is going on? And then she explains to us what was going on. So the front desk noticed that on the cameras someone was smoking in the pool room. You're not allowed to do that. Big deal. So she went in there and told them to stop smoking. They said they would. So she just left. And then she freaking stared at them for like another 10 minutes. They didn't stop smoking. So she went back in to tell them to stop again. And that's when they started throwing a freaking fit. A whole argument broke out. Then that's when the head housekeeper had to come in and break up the whole ordeal. So, like, normally we would be charging. Normally we'd be charging them, but the problem is it's 5 against 1 here, and the problem is that we couldn't find exactly the camera footage. We couldn't find the exact time when she was in there telling them. If we did that, we could have proof and get them fined for smoking. But because it was 5 against 1 and we didn't have the freaking camera footage, we just decided to leave it alone because it was a losing battle. There was no winning that thing. Thank God they checked out like an hour later. Thank God, because the one thing we did get out of this though is that saying that if this is caught again, you're gonna be banned from this hotel.
Yeah. One thing you guys should have done, we should have done, is just charge their room for smoking.
It's like we should
was
have
that
just done that because we could. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, our head housekeeper could smell smoke coming from the room.
Yeah,
So
so even though if she was smoking in the hotel, just charge her room for smoking because you're smoking in the hotel.
Yes.
Either way, you're
You
going to
could
be
have,
charged
yeah.
for smoking.
I thought you could have gotten away with that.
Come straight from the car or straight from the police.
But again, for the last time, we didn't have the camera footage, and it was 5 against like.
You don't need the
Three
camera
of us.
footage. All you gotta do is add that charge to the room if you know it was her.
We
Yeah.
couldn't without any proof because they would have freaking. They would have done something to get rid of that fine, no
Because-
matter what, because they're they're outnumbering
Even
us.
okay, so even because there's no
call
cameras in
that
the
head
rooms
manager.
whatsoever, so you don't know if somebody's smoking in a room or anything like that because we're not supposed to have cameras in rooms. So how are you supposed to charge somebody for smoking if it's in a room? You go with the smell.
Yes.
And then you can tell that they're smoking. You can go with smell from the pool room and say, "Oh,
It's
this
a-
bitch was smoking."
How many times?
Charges it.
It's one. Yeah, but that in the rooms, it's one person. This was 5.
Yes.
5
So charge all the
against
rooms.
1. No, it was only one room. So.
Yeah, you could still charge it because it's 5
Because
people.
and you
charge
smoked it twice.
once.
It's not like a one and done. deal. You know, you saw her do it in the pool room, and you could smell it coming from her room.
You charge it.
I'm pretty
You
sure.
should charge that.
Actually, Didn't we end up actually charging for the room? We
I
just
actually wasn't there that day.
Right. So I'm pretty sure we actually did end up actually charging for the room because we could definitely smell smoke. We just didn't end up doing the pool room.
Yeah. So either way, they got charged. Okay, that's good. Problem solved. Boom.
Yeah, but they didn't get charged as much as they should have.
Yeah.
Definitely should
It's
have.
like $300 for.
All right,
charge.
after-
So it's,
okay,
it's like,
after-
it's like 2 extra.
Okay,
queen
that's
rings.
my long rant
like a
story.
queen and a
That's
king.
my first and very long story. So moving on.
Okay. Which one do I want to do?
More
It's like-
titty prints.
No, we're not gonna do that.
He accidentally.
Now let's just take an extra. Okay. So I'm gonna go. So one of my jobs, one of them, from the very, very beginning.
Oh.
Very beginning.
Oh, the very beginning.
You mean this one?
The very
The
beginning.
very beginning.
I'm not gonna say which one, but the very beginning.
The very beginning.
this one?
No, it was the very beginning.
Where is that?
So I'm struggling. Shit. But this is gonna include my little accident at work. So I think you guys all heard about this was when I did the cartoon slip with non-slip shoes with a box of fries in my hands.
Shut up.
So it was my last
No.
2 weeks. It was my last
You put in your
goddamn-
two. You
It
put
was
in your two.
no, it was,
notice.
I put my 2 weeks in before that. It was my last
No.
week. It was my last week, and I come in. It was the morning and shit. Yeah, it was like lunch. It was like 1 o'clock. It was like right when we switched over. I got told to grab fries, so I grabbed an entire box of fries because we needed it. So I grabbed a box of fries, and so that box, I come in. I'm a little emotional right now because I don't want to be in this place. I'm depressed. So my little box of fries. It's a decent size. It's decently heavy.
The
though.
box fries were
It's
yeah,
decent.
The boxes of fries were decent size. Yeah.
Yeah, decent, heavy, decent size because it was full.
Yeah, they were full.
And it was. I opened them, make sure everything was there. So I walk in. I come through, and the floors are always so goddamn dirty. They're so greasy.
They
It doesn't
really
matter,
are.
even if it's
I
clean or not.
forgot
It's
about
too
the oil
greasy.
slick.
It's too greasy all the time. Even if when you have non-slip shoes, literally within a day they become slip shoes. Non-slip shoes become slip shoes within a day.
I had a pair of Nikes when I worked at the same place that you did for your first job, and they did not do me justice. I remember mopping in the lobby and falling multiple times, and other employees would give me grief about that. I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I quit. That and Gigi just kind of pissed me off.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna continue with mine. So I was walking in, and I was right next to the cookie warmer, right next to the goddamn microwave. And
Oh no.
oh, I love one of these managers, Terry. Rest in peace. I love her. She's great. I still have her phone number, even though she did. But I love you, Terry. But so I come in with decent speed because I was like, I need efficiency, and my legs just pick up, and the fries go woo right behind me, and like a cartoon flip, like slip on a banana peel,
God.
just. Phew.
It's like
Real
I
quick,
know.
like-
It's like I know I told the story about what happened with me with a similar incident.
Yeah.
I mean, yours was probably like freaking French fry oil or grease or something.
Yeah.
Mine was like freaking wet salt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and that doesn't help with freaking keeping the non-slipness of your shoes either.
No, it doesn't.
But
Nothing whatever does.
The only person that asked if I was okay was that actual manager, Terry. She was the only one who asked me if I was okay.
Terry was cool.
Everybody else
Did
did not
give
say a shit.
Did
Did not
not
say
I
a
know
shit.
exactly what-
They watched me, and I just laid there for a good couple seconds. I'm just like, bro. And she was the only one who asked me, "Are you okay?"
No, I'm dead.
Oh my god. Yeah, see, yeah, and no one not even the other freaking runner cared. He's just like, oh,
Nobody cared
jeez. And
besides
then he ran the other order. Nobody freaking did the shit
I know, I saw
until
him
my
on the
shift
floor
manager
one night.
came out and saw me on the freaking
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
He picked me, yeah. And that's when Then, of course, I got taken
Was that
back
the one
in-
outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And then I
one
was
that
taken
your boss was
inside. I was taken into the office. For some reason, they wanted to review the freaking footage and to
And they
see
didn't
what
get good
happened. And that was just
thing.
because again, you went with speed. I went with speed because we had to get things
Yeah.
and we had to get things
We had to
done.
get things
That is-
done because for me they were really neat.
Yeah, sure. It says
'Cause we just
'cause
switched.
yours was during the morning, so
Near
you
the
came to
morning,
get
yeah.
things ready. Mine was during the lunch rush, so I really had to.
Yeah, I
book
was.
it.
We were just about. I think switching is when we get the rush. It's
Switching
literally
sucks,
once we switch.
Because then you're switching shifts from morning to night, and that sucks.
In the morning to afternoon, that switch
Yeah,
is literally
that switch, and then
no
you get
rush
the
to rush right away.
Yeah, it's like,
And
oh,
then-
switch.
And then from lunch to dinner, it's about the same. It's just
It's like,
normal.
don't
It doesn't
even
feel
go
like a
there.
switch. It's just that everything in light mode goes to dark mode.
He was like, "Don't even go there," because I've worked both the 12 to 5 and the 5 to 9 shifts, so the
Yeah.
day and the night shifts. So I know
Okay.
the switch of in and out.
Yep.
Sucks.
Okay. Would you like to go with yours, Mulder?
Yes.
Yeah,
Good
alright,
turn,
so
Bird.
I was gonna tell a different one, but I'll tell this one later. But however, so another interesting one at this same place was, what was I doing? I feel like I was coming back in from the lobby. I was sweeping I just got done sweeping the lobby. I was about to go mop it, and I walked past, and these two managers, both female by the way, are talking about going home and taking their bras off.
Jesus.
And I'm like, what the
What?
fuck? Yeah, I'm walking through. I'm like, wait, what the fuck did I just hear? And then
I'm
they both
guessing-
look at me. You heard nothing. Just keep going, keep going, keep going.
Wait,
I know one-
They actually said that.
I know one thing. Is
Yeah,
that,
and then I heard them both laugh as I'm walking away.
I know-
Confused as all hell.
I know one thing is that some bras are actually very uncomfortable, but like after doing it, like depending on how they're saying it, then that would be
Like
different. but,
they're like, oh, I can't wait to go home and just let them sag.
well, yeah, it makes sense because
They make it seem like the first thing they do when they walk out the door, when they walk in the door, is just
yeah. See ya. Toss over the hanger.
yeah.
Okay,
That's like yeah.
Mr. Mystery Man.
Oh
Fedora Man?
boy.
Fedora Beast.
There's
Fedora.
Dora the fedora.
actually, I'm gonna tell one that. I mean, it's not exactly me, but it's an interesting work story because my aunt Erica, she used to own a Super 8 down in Sparta, and one day when she was cleaning rooms, I mean, she worked housekeeping as well as doing an actual manager position because they were short-staffed. Let's just say that. This is before COVID. She doesn't even run the place anymore because COVID hit hard, man. Anyway, she was housekeeping one day, and she goes into a room, and on top of on top of the TV stand, there's a jar. And when she's like, and then she smells something funny. So she goes over to check the jar, and it is just full of weed. It's just completely full of weed. So she takes it like a normal person, and she takes it to the dumpster like a normal person should.
Jokes over here. There's a hobo
But
living in there.
that's not where this story ends, because the person that was in that room, she came back. She came back for the weed. And she's like, hey, I may have left a candle in one of my rooms, and she's like, and then my aunt's like, that's not a candle, that was weed, and I threw it in the dumpster. And then they started going over a freaking hissy fit. I bet you, we don't know what happened to the guest after that, but all I'm guessing is she probably went rooting through the dumpsters for the jar.
I want that.
I want me some of that green stuff. And I'm not talking. I'm not talking money. I want some of that green
Weed.
stuff.
Okay. So I don't
Alright.
really have anything else.
Come on, you gotta you can think of one.
I
Something
already
at
had
the-
two.
Something at the hotel. Come on.
Come on, dude. I think I've got two more I could tell.
Nothing besides bad.
All right, so then
we
he's
go back
the-
to Bert.
As a,
Alright.
and he's got a couple, because honestly,
I
I'm
got-
kind of out too.
Alright.
So we just
I
ended
saw-
off with Bert.
All right,
So,
so
I ended off with him.
all right, so I've got two more. I'm gonna start with the one at my second job. So, I am working in the dairy department at our local grocery store, and so one night So I mean, I don't know what this dude's deal was, but he opens up the door to the back room. I'm standing there going over my list of stuff I need to do tonight and the schedule, making sure I don't work at all this weekend. Because I believe this was on a Friday night. And anyway, he opens up the door. He says something that we can't understand. And he's standing with the door open like for 30 seconds. And within like 2 seconds of him opening the door, we got the strongest whiff of the same green stuff as Ethan was talking about earlier. I mean, it is strong. I'm like, holy crap. And as soon as he like walks out of the door, I'm like, dude, do you smell that? I forgot who was right next to me. I believe it might have been Liam Patty. It might have been.
Okay.
It was somebody. One of my coworkers.
Somebody.
Was you smell that? He goes, oh my god, I do. What is it? I'm like, dude, that's the green stuff. Cash? No, not cash. I'm talking about the other green stuff, the special Zaza stuff.
Special Zaza.
That's what I call it. I call it the Zaza.
I know what.
And then he goes, oh my god, that's what that is. That's what that smells like. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't smell good, does it? He goes,
He doesn't know what freaking smells like.
no, but however, if you want to go enter some more sketchy, if we want to do a topic on any more sketchy stories sometime, I've got a story related to more of that. But anyway, so
maybe that'll be next week.
I don't know. Like that dude seemed aggressive. So anyway, I'm just kind of like loosely following him throughout the story, making sure he's not getting aggressive or anything like that. And well, thankfully, he left without any incidents.
Yeah, it's like, but what happened after that?
He left with no incidents, and I've yet to see that man again. And quite personally, I don't want to if he's gonna stink like that.
Oh shit.
All right, and then
this man's in the freaking crack house. I swear to God. All right, second.
And then my final story for tonight is happened at the place I currently work at. We're about 15 minutes out from closing. There's this group of like elder teenage boys, probably anywhere from 19 to 21, and they're, at first they started off at the gun counter talking to the kid that's back there, which fine, they seem to know him. Anyway, I do I'm making my rounds, taking head counts, seeing who's all left in the store. I'm about my second lap in, all of a sudden, I hear one of our electric leaf blowers going. I'm like, what the fuck? So I quick run over lawn and garden, and as soon as I round that corner, three of the boys walk out silently in a single file. And I look, one of our display leaf blowers was off the rack and had a Milwaukee battery in it. I'm like, okay, first off, where did they get this? Second, why?
Why Milwaukee?
Because it was a Milwaukee leaf blower, and the Milwaukee stuff is like super popular and like super high quality. Like when I get tools, that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, powerful as all hell. And it was a big blower too.
Oh,
so they had
so it's loud.
Yeah, I mean, where was I? Like down by the grills. I was down by the grills.
Damn.
Oh, so you're on like the other side of the store.
I'm on the same side, but I mean that
other
aisle
half
is very back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the very back row, right before our display where we keep all of our lawnmowers and snowblowers and things. So I had a quick sprint over there. I'm like, what the? I didn't even get to question them because they were all the way back over by the gun counter again. And so I just grabbed the leaf blower, put it back on the rack. I grabbed the battery, take it to my manager. I'm like, hey, I don't know how this ended up in the leaf blower, but it was in the leaf blower. I don't know what you're going to do with that, so just do... I think she ended up packaging it up and selling it, which is funny, because that battery was definitely used. That was not one of our demo batteries. I mean, that battery was used, and it had dust on it. Like it had sawdust on it. Like,
bought one.
They
probably
brought one. Yeah,
yeah, they probably brought one.
Well, it's like, well, they ain't getting that back. I'm pretty sure they should went back in the aisle to look for their battery, but they didn't get it.
Huh.
I took it out to my manager, and she goes, all right, just leave it here, I'll take care of it. All right. So I go back to doing rounds, and it's like 55, and we got 5 minutes to close, and they're still in there. I make 2 more rounds, and eventually they start leaving. So I just kind of, follow them, make sure they're actually heading out. And they did. I followed them all the way out. And I was like, oh, thank God. And as soon as they walked out, light started shutting down. It's like, yes, finally.
And that's off?
Yeah, it's like, I think we've wrapped up our time here. This has been, well over an hour now?
39 minutes.
I say that's freak.
It's about
pretty
the time.
decent.
30
Yeah,
minutes is about
it's
the time.
fair.
So anyway, well, thanks for tuning in for this episode of the Fluff Podcast with.
Who's gonna be the next
Mr.
host? Who's gonna be the next host? You gotta pick.
Oh yeah, right. Let me see. Whose stories did I like more? I'm not gonna lie, I actually like his better.
So
The
Bird's,
guy in the
so
weed
Bird's
guy.
gonna be the next host.
Yeah, I'm the next host for next week.
He's like, Bird's the host for next week,
Tune in for next week.
which is gonna be Monday for
Hopefully Monday.
hopefully Monday. Because
Wait, no, I can't do Monday. I won't have a car.
That's we can
It's like-
pick you up,
it's like
pick your ass up.
My
Yeah.
dad's picking me up.
Well, we can
So
pick you up anyway.
Hopefully we can. So hopefully I'll go get my car.
Okay,
we'll work things
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
finish this off.
Anyway, once again, thanks for tuning in to the Fluff Podcast, and we will see you on the next one.